Hey, welcome back. It's Betsy with Bits and Bites with Bets. It has been probably, I think, about 5 months since I've uploaded a video. I do apologize. Life has been very, very crazy. I've had a lot of health issues since April. If you did not watch my last couple of videos, I was hospitalized in April with bilateral pulmonary embolisms. I have 3 very large ones. One was pressing into my heart, as well as some DVTs in my leg. And I also found out at that time I had developed diabetes type 2 from the prednisone, which I want to talk about in an upcoming video. But a lot has happened over the last several months. I'll be honest with you, I just really have not felt like vlogging at all. Just kind of living my life, trying to deal with everything going on. And I decided I'm just going to have to sit down and do it because I really feel this is my calling. Part of my purpose of having this is to share and encourage and inspire others who are going through difficult times, whether it be Wegener's or another chronic illness or just life in general. So I'm going to do this over several videos. So I'm going to try to upload one every day or every 2 until they're uploaded. I'm just going to give you updates on my health according to which doctor I've seen. I have several different specialists now, so anyhow, we'll go ahead and get started. Right. Video number 1 in this little series is we'll just start where it all started with my kidneys. We'll talk to you about my new nephrologist and what's been going on with that. So I saw my new nephrologist for the first time in June. His name is Dr. Ulozis, and I really, really like him. That's one thing I have to say. Every doctor I have had has been so good. And I love my doctors in Mississippi. They were very good. But one thing they didn't do is they didn't really spend a lot of time with me outside my oncologist. It was usually, 2 or 3 minutes and they were out. The doctors here, I have found, will spend 15, 20 minutes with me, which I do appreciate because I have a lot of questions. I am my own advocate. That's one thing I learned to do early on in this process was to advocate for myself. So anyhow, I saw him for the first time, like I said, in June. My creatinine level, is staying steady around the 1.3 mark. It's sometimes drops a little lower, sometimes it drops or raises just a little bit more. And pretty good with that. I did find out for the very first time I have 43% kidney function right now, which is not great, but when you started out with less than 10%, that's pretty darn good. So I am definitely improving, slowly, it's steadily, maybe not necessarily improving much more, but I'm staying steady, and that's the main thing. I do have a chronic kidney disease, stage 3B, if you want to Google what that is. So that's been, it's been nice to know kind of some numbers and understand things. He did start me back on Rituxan. I had a Rituxan treatment in June, towards the end of June. I tolerated it really well. It took a full 6 hours. I actually forgot my phone that day, and so it was a long 6 hours. Thankfully, they give you medication that makes you sleepy, so I did sleep quite a bit. And where I do the infusions at this cancer center, they have televisions with the recliners, so I was able to watch TV. I did bring a book, so I was able to pass the time. And I will have my next one in December, and I believe that should be the last one, possibly. That's what the nephrologist says. I don't know. Things might change, and we'll talk about that in an upcoming video. Also, he told me that he wanted me off the prednisone, that I should have been taken off of it a long time ago. I have been on prednisone for almost 3 years. I just calculated it. I have been on prednisone for 1,059 days in a row. That is a lot of prednisone, which has wreaked havoc on my body, but it's also saved me. So I tell people I have a love-hate relationship with the devil's Tic Tacs, because that's what I call them. But anyhow, so he wanted me to taper down. I was at 10 milligrams. I'd been at 10 milligrams for almost 2 years at that point. I started at 60 milligrams, tapered down to 10, stayed at 10 for 2 years. So we talked about it, and he said, okay, we're going to taper you down to 7.5, and you're going to do that for 4 weeks, and we're going to taper you down to 5 milligrams. You're going to do that for 4 weeks, and then we're going to taper you down to 5 milligrams every other day for a month, and then you can be off of it. I was like, great. I'm thinking this should be perfect. I'll be off of it in September. Great. I'm so excited. Well, I started on the 7.5, did fine. Got down to 5 milligrams as he told me to do. And I felt really good for the first week. And then the second and third week, I was really extra tired. And I'm always tired. I've said this 1,000 times. I live in a perpetual state of exhaustion. But I was so tired. I was wanting to sleep 16, 18, 20 hours a day, which is not like me. I do like to take a nap, but at least once a day, sometimes twice, depends on how I'm feeling. But I never slept like that. And so I also noticed I was in a lot of pain. My whole body hurt really, really bad. And lastly, I noticed that my attitude and mood had drastically changed. Now, when I was first on prednisone, it made me extremely weepy. Normally, when I'd be on prednisone, it would make me really kind of grumpy, but the super high dose made me really weepy. And I noticed that I was having massive mood changes. Either I wanted to cry or I wanted to rip your head off. There was like no even keel like I generally am. And so it took 2 weeks for me of that to realize, hey, I think that might be the prednisone. So I reached out to my nephrologist via the patient portal. He was actually on vacation. One of the other doctors in the practice messaged me, said go back up to 7.5 milligrams. This was on Thursday. He said if you're not better and feeling a little more normal by Monday, please call us. I did fine going back up. So I saw him again in September. And he said, well, we're definitely going to have to do this very slowly. So he told me to do 7.5 milligrams every other day and then do 5 the other days and do that for 2 weeks. And then if I'm feeling okay, I can taper down to 5. And I did that. And it's been, I guess about a month, maybe a month. Yeah, probably about a month. I've been on 5 milligrams a day. I've done absolutely fine. No issues at all. So that's been really nice. And he said, as you know, I taper off the prednisone, my weight loss will continue to go off. I've lost quite a bit. I'll talk about in an upcoming video. But also, it would help with my diabetes, and it would actually put me in remission or cure me, depends on your school of thought of whether it can really be cured or not. He says cured. Some doctors say remission. I kind of tend to lean towards remission. But anyhow, it really doesn't matter. The point is I should be able to get off at least the insulin and probably just control everything with diet eventually. So anyhow, okay, and Dr. Lozis added a couple of medications for me. One he wanted me taking a Lasix once a day. I take 20 milligrams, which isn't very high, but it definitely makes me have to potty a lot. So I try to take that early in the day because I've got about a 5-6 hour window after I take it that when I have to pee, I gotta pee. And then he also added this in July when I saw him. He added another medication for my blood pressure, which helps with my blood pressure, my heart, and my kidneys. And it's lorcatin or Cozar. And so I think I take 20 milligrams a day of that. I can't remember for sure. I think it may have a diuretic in it too, because I don't know, it feels like I, have to pee more often than just normal with Lasix. But anyhow, so that's the 2 new medications he's added to me. So got those added. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with my kidneys. So that's good. It's not where I'd like it to be, and it probably will never be there, but I'm thankful for where it's at. I never, ever want to go on dialysis again. I really, truly feel sorry for people who do dialysis. It, for me personally, was so much worse than chemo, and I was doing dialysis and chemo at the same time. And I tell you what, I would do chemo any day over doing my dialysis. So I think that's it for now as far as my kidney health and my nephrologist. I've probably forgotten something, but that is what it is. I do see him again in December, though. I'm pretty excited to see him and see where things are at. I did do some lab work for him last week, and looks like everything's pretty much the same. My creatinine level is the same. My kidney function percentage is the same. So, I'm not complaining. I'd rather it stay the same than increase a great deal or decrease a great deal, as you know. Anyhow, all right. Well, I guess that's it for now. I will talk to you guys later. And thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me in the future, hit that subscribe button down below, along with the notification bell so you're notified when I upload new videos. I'm getting really close to hitting 700 subscribers. Is that right? I think. So anyhow, I'm very excited about that. I have been growing steadily, even though I have not been uploading. So I do appreciate all my new subscribers. My old ones, I just want to let you know I'm still here. I'm still kicking chicken, and life is, plugging along. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. And don't forget, not every day is good, but there is always something good in every day. And I'll see you next time.